Welcome to Ballet Wise. My name is Michael Wise, its host and its creator. Now, today I wanted to talk about classical versus contemporary. There are two forms of dance, but they both have their pros and their cons. But the difference is, you might be surprised, they actually need each other. Now, we all as dancers are going to have preferences whether we want to take more of a classical approach or a more contemporary approach. There may be some of you that love both equally and you kind of fall somewhere in the middle. But that's all perfectly fine because dance is one of those things that it has to speak to us. I know personally that contemporary dance never spoke to me. Doesn't mean that I didn't recognize its value, but what I did notice is that when I danced contemporary, even at a professional level, that it never spoke to me. I just felt like I was doing steps instead of truly dancing. But yet, on the other hand, when I did classical, it spoke to me. It just radiated through my body. It just made me feel whole. And I know that for you, whether you're teachers or whether you're dancers, students, professionals, you're going to find that slot that just is perfect for you. That may be dictated by our personalities. It may be dictated by the way we live our lives. So let's look at contemporary first. Contemporary, where we're doing new, innovative movements, where the choreography is a very different perspective. It has incredible movement qualities. You can change direction just instantly. You have a great understanding of breath in our movement. You have the understanding of change, like whether you're really low into the floor or really, really high above it. Those are all incredible qualities that that form of dance has to offer. Now, ballet is all about black and white, no interpretation. Technique is cold, it's calculating. It's like a surgical tool. You learn discipline. You develop the body to create longer, leaner muscle. You learn all of the basics that most organized dance forms follow, whether it's a plie or a tendu or a dégagé or a grand battement. Those are all fundamental core value things that are within classical ballet. Now, quite often, you're going to find that the classical ballet dancer isn't really into the contemporary stuff. And you're going to find that the contemporary dancer really isn't into the classical stuff. And hopefully I can change your mind because they need each other. If you're a classical dancer and you're so pulled up, you have trouble breathing, you have trouble allowing that breath into your movement, you don't quite understand the fact that you are into the floor and you're above the floor. Well, in contemporary dance, those are fundamentals. Those are things that allow us to bring breath into our movement. It allows us to not have to always hold that perfect form. It teaches us to move from a form, out of a form, and back into the original form. And those are things that classical dancers aren't always very good at. But yet, on the other hand, with contemporary dancers, quite often you don't understand what line is. Maybe you don't understand how to properly turn your legs out. You have to understand that even in contemporary dance, you use classical ballet terminology all the time. Understanding how to do a proper plie with our hips underneath us, but also understanding that you can work out of that position. Ballet needs contemporary dance, and contemporary dance needs ballet. To be the best at whatever you choose, if you're that ballet dancer, you need to get into some contemporary classes. Does it mean you're going to be a phenomenal contemporary dancer? I don't know that. You have to discover that for yourself. But don't be afraid, because you are going to move stiff and you are going to find that you're going to have to let go. And that sometimes is scary for people. But once you truly start to understand how to let go within a movement, how to bend the movement, how to twist the movement, and always get back to where you needed to be, when you start doing your classical work, that will carry over. Many contemporary dancers have had some ballet training, but understanding how to do a proper pirouette will allow you to find ways to balance those interesting forms that quite often you get to do. Understanding how to do a proper plie to then a plie that you can use and bend. Classical ballet is like classical music, and contemporary dance is more like the jazz. Every great jazz artist will tell you, I have to work on my classical. Because classical gives me my technique, it gives me my tone, but jazz gives me that feeling. And I just love the way I can manipulate the note. But as a contemporary dancer, you're manipulating the movement. You are required to use your breath constantly to get deeper into your plie. And these are all amazing qualities that will speak to some of us. But even those of us that it doesn't speak to, we have to do it. In this day and age, if you're a contemporary dancer and you're looking to go into a contemporary company, they're still going to be looking for a standard of classical ballet technique. It's just a fact. And if you're a classical ballet dancer and you're looking to move forward and try to go into a classical ballet company, more and more of those companies are doing more and more contemporary things. Now, they want the line and the build of a classical ballet dancer, but the movement itself is contemporary. Now, that's not a negative. I was a classical ballet dancer. That was my first love. I did contemporary. I performed contemporary. I have performed contemporary ballets on some of the biggest stages on the planet. And I did it well. Did it speak to me? No. But when you're a dancer, you have to do everything well, even if it doesn't speak to you. So I don't want you to think that we can get away today without doing one or the other. If you're a ballet dancer, focus on ballet, but don't forget to incorporate some contemporary classes. If you're a contemporary dancer, focus on your contemporary, but don't forget to incorporate some ballet classes, because you need each other. And to be the best dancer you can be, it requires us to open our eyes up and understand that good movement helps us all, whether it's classical or contemporary. Now, I want to hear your point of view. Are you the kind of person that ballet speaks to, but you have found something in contemporary? Or the other way around, you're a contemporary dancer, but you have found something in ballet? Or you're the type of person that has never even tried contemporary dance. And I will be honest to you, it's going to be the most uncomfortable thing you will ever do. But as dancers, we live in an uncomfortable world. We have more in common as ballet dancers with contemporary dancers than probably anything else. And contemporary dancers, you have more in common with the ballet dancers than you wish to even acknowledge. So let me know what you think. Help us start this conversation, because ballet needs contemporary and contemporary needs ballet. So hopefully this has helped you. Now remember, if you like this video, give us a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and do so. My name is Michael Wise. This has been Ballet Wise. Keep dancing, keep feeling, be the best person you can be.